Alright guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. Today, my voice isn't ready to wake up yet. Today we're going to be talking about a product called Transtape. So I've been posting a lot about work. That's a lot that I've been posting, and I've also been posting a lot about just work and just kind of lifestyle things. I'm on PTO today and up bright and early. I was getting up a little before 7, probably 6:40 or so. I started getting up and alright, gonna do some recording today. I've got a list of things that I write down throughout the week that I haven't recorded yet, so I definitely have a lot that I can record. Did I research all of it? No, I didn't. And I've been doing a lot of ranting about my work change. Sometimes it feels weird saying transition if I'm talking about topics that are maybe trans relevant type topics, and then it's I'm not transitioning in that kind of a way. It's just like a work shift. So if I do say that, that's mostly what I mean. But I don't know if I'm gonna post all of those because I don't really know if I need to post that here. So it's probably not the proper podcast to post. That's a lot of P's. But it's probably not the best place to post all of that. So I'm probably gonna take it elsewhere. And post it elsewhere because I have a different space to post that. And I don't want to get too off topic over here. But definitely there's stuff in my life that's changing a lot. But I've been a little unorganized with the podcasting. I just kind of wake up and start recording. And so, recording before work or recording after work, usually it's I'm talking about work because that's what I'm doing. And then I've been working a lot. And so, it's kind of hard to not have full episodes about work because I'm not doing anything else lately. But I do want to post things. But I'm really not learning too much more outside of work right now. The stuff that I am learning is for a new job. So I haven't really been learning a lot of topics that are relevant for this podcast, which is why I've been posting a whole bunch of stuff about freaking work, basically. So I know it's dull, I know it's boring. I bore myself sometimes. I'm like, oh my god, I don't even want to be thinking about work. I just want to talk about other things. But I need to kind of go through the motions and process a lot of my day. So I don't know, I'll probably pop that stuff onto a different podcast. It's kind of more relevant for my finance, related topics, not so much for this. Because, I think it's a little relevant. Just one work-related thing that I was kind of thinking about was just the the diversity aspects, and changing from a very diverse site with all different types of ethnicities, religions, genders, gender identities, people with different gender expressions and different types of pronouns, and different sexualities, and all kinds of different marriage statuses and things. I think the one thing we all bonded over was like drag. Like that was the one topic that was kind of like, oh, everybody's like kind of into like drag entertainment. And I know, somebody has mentioned that, I don't remember where I heard this. And I know everybody's different. I know it's hard to just be like blanket, like everybody who is identifying as a certain category believes one way. Like I know that that's not how things work. But somebody did mention some concerns as a trans person, with drag culture. I guess they found it, I don't know what the word is, like they didn't really find it like maybe positive or uplifting. I don't remember exactly what they were saying. I don't remember if they found it triggering or if they found it, offensive, or if they found it kind of like almost like how with those like minstrel shows and stuff, like back in the day when people had like blackface, that kind of thing. Like I don't really know if people, I don't really know, like I'd only heard it that one time, so I'm not really sure, and I've never really asked a whole lot of people what they think. I mean, I don't know, there's some people that I really don't get to sit down and talk to too much, because like all we do when we meet up is we just kind of party, and that's great, that's fun, that's fine, I love it. But it's like, yeah, some people I can't really pick their brains. They're not really like into sitting down having a lot of conversations. They just kind of want to like get plastered and go party, and so it's like, all right, this is what we do. But I don't really know. So I have a lot of people that I could maybe ask, but the people that I'm immediately thinking about, who might know more than I would on that, or even if their own personal opinions on it, I don't really know what they would say. But I only really heard it once. And I mean, I don't know, for people who don't know me, I mean, I don't identify as trans. Definitely an ally. Definitely gone dating with some trans people, some non-binary people, all types of people, like not just, I'm not like just only specifically dating trans people. But yeah, it's yeah, there's some topics that I kind of wanted to dive into, basically. It's a slow dive this morning, guys. I'm off work, so I have more time to think. Just finished a Soylent shake. It's like nutritional breakfast in a bottle, basically. And took some vitamins. I haven't really worked out since like Sunday. I think I got injured, or I was just overly overwhelmed. Like, and yes, I did say overly overwhelmed. I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't tell if it was like stress as to why I was so sore, or if it was just straight up like something else. But I think it was stress. in combination, Monday was rough. I don't know what that was all about. I fell asleep like in the middle of the day. Like that is just not like me. I'm still thinking about it. It's Friday at the moment and I'm thinking about Monday that I just fell asleep. I had a day off and just fell asleep in the middle of the day. Real weird. I mean, it was a rainy day and I didn't sleep that well because of the freaking rain, but still, I mean, I don't think I was that tired. I think I was just really stressed. And then throughout that process, ended up sending in my resignation for my job during this week. But yeah, that is basically how this week went. It was kind of like a full 180 kind of week. But I haven't really worked out since Sunday because that was a yoga day, and then I did too much yoga, maybe all those downward dogs. I feel like Monday, all that pain kicked in, and then I still had the pain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a little. Thursday was a little better, but I didn't want to push. And then today I'm like, all right, like, I don't want to, like, not work out. I could have worked out yesterday, and yeah, so there's that. But, yeah, I did have some kind of lazier days. But yeah, so let's get into this now that I've wasted enough time. Let me find the actual website. So, let's see, y'all. So, Transtape is, they have a YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram. I know them through Instagram. Not know personally, but came across them through Instagram. They have a whole profile, so you can add them on there if you're interested. Now, I've never used Transtape, so I can't really give a full review on it. I'm just going to speak to kind of like what I've learned about it so far and what people kind of seem to say. I haven't done too much extensive research on it, but I think it's a cool product. As with any product, any product that you buy, whether it's like just anything, even if you go buy like some kind of broom or something at the store, there might be a better version of it. There might be some things that you can point out and be like, yeah, I wish this part was better. I wish that was more, this way or that way. So I'm not here to really like bash the product or anything like that. I just, I think I just want to point out some things that kind of come up looking at it and some kind of things that come up that people have mentioned. But it's not to like deter people from buying it or anything, or to try to say that people should buy it. So the product, I believe the purpose of it is for people to be able to use it for binding or packing, to, as a goal to kind of relieve dysphoria to some extent. Now I know that, just having something, like that can help someone to bind or pack, that's not maybe going to take away all the dysphoria, but people have mentioned that it does help them with their dysphoria, and so to some extent anyways. And so I think that can be helpful for people, if they need something like that. So binding pretty much is when people use something, either an adhesive or some type of a more snug fit type of cloth or clothing type of things to kind of, you know, make things flatter. Mostly people talk about chest binding, but, you know, people go to use like, some people use like ace bandages, some people use sports bras, some people use a binder. It's kind of like, almost looks like a combination between a sports bra or a tank top kind of, and other things. Like, there are a lot of different ways that people can bind. I think the first thing I saw, I don't know what it was called, but I saw it on this show called Stud Model Project on SVTV. That app had the Stud Model Project, and some of it, I think they were topless. I think, and had this like tape. Some of it was like skin tone colored tape. I've seen athletes or people who want to go maybe even braless use some type of a tape for like holding things kind of in a way that, you know, you don't have to have like a sports bra or something. But I don't know what that's called. I knew at one point, but I don't know what it's called. It seemed like they had different colors, like skin tone colors, or they had like neon type, like different types of colors like that. I don't think it's the same kind of tape that people use for like sports injuries. I think it's a different type of a tape, but I don't know what it's called. But I think it's mostly for people who don't want to wear a bra. I don't think it's the same as Transtape. I don't know if it could even be used the same. So basically, with Transtape, you know, people seem to say that maybe there's like a stickiness to it. I mean, it's tape, so that makes sense. They also have what's called like a removal oil and a repairing salve. So, you know, to take the tape off to, you know, help the skin and everything. And so people can kind of use it for, you know, a type of binding, but I don't know. Let me see. So, yeah. So I don't know if there's like a lot of like that sticky kind of residue. I'm not sure. Because like I said, I haven't used it, so I don't really know. But I mean, it seems like a decent product. They did mention, and this was in the June 10th, 2022 YouTube live Q&A video. It's posted on their YouTube channel. They did mention that they have payment plans. And so, like, with that in mind, if they have payment plans, it seems like there's an affordable option. So let me see. So just the Transtape section alone on their website, their store website, they have Transtape rolls. So that's just generally the tape itself. They have starter kits. They have a deluxe kit, ultimate kit, nipple guards, gift cards, and discount rolls. And so the Transtape rolls, it comes with, I don't know what these are called. It comes with these kind of discs. They look like kind of patches. I guess those are the nipple guards. And then it comes with different colors and patterns of the tape itself. So, sorry, I'm trying to scroll through all of it. All right, so I don't know where it actually started. So they have sizes. They have like sizes by how thick it is, like how tall it is. Like large is 5 inches. As far as like how, like when, I don't know how you say, like how tall the tape is. I don't know how tall the roll of tape is. They have light beige. They have dark beige, light brown, dark brown. They have a small that's like 3 inches tall, or I guess it's called tall. I don't know. They have this, I don't know, it's not zebra. It's a limited time. I don't know what this is called. What pattern? It's like a pattern, not quite argyle, not quite zebra. I don't know what this pattern's called. It looks like for a single time purchase, a small roll is about $14.50. That's before tax, before shipping. If you buy 2, like if you add 2, you get 5% off. You add 3, you get 10% off. You have 4, you get 15% off. And then they do have like subscriptions too, where the subscriptions can be cheaper. It looks like people use it like not all the way around their torso or their chest area. It looks like they can use a portion of it, just by what the photos look like. It looks like they go from the chest area, then kind of like around. I don't know, I can't see the back if people have it like all the way around their back. Then they have a medium size that's 4 inches. That's also $14.50, with the same discount rates. So I think it's $14.50 for one roll. Okay, so there's one person here that kind of has their arm up. It looks like they don't have it all the way around their back. They just have it over the front of their chest and then kind of under their arm a bit. So it's not going all the way around. That's what I was wondering, because I was thinking how much would somebody use? Yeah, $14.50 as well for the large thick. I don't want to call it thick because it's not necessarily the thickness of the actual tape itself, but the height of the roll. Yeah, it looks like $14.50 for any size. And it comes with these nipple guards, that are just like these round patches. They have a purple color, a blue color. Yeah, people just seem to kind of patch it on. Green color. Somebody has it on in a pool, with their shirt off. So I guess maybe it's waterproof as well. Somebody mentioned on the live, wearing it 4 days on, 3 days off. I don't know if people are citing any conditions with pain. That I don't know. I didn't get that far into the video. But yeah, I like that they have a payment plan as well. Now, I don't know what the payment plan, requires. And if you subscribe, you save 5%, which is $13.78. So delivery every 2 weeks. For subscription details, how subscriptions work, Products are automatically delivered to your schedule. Sorry, on your schedule. No obligation. Modify or cancel your subscription anytime. I don't know about packaging, if it's like discreet packaging. They have the description, they have sizing guide, they have reviews. As far as the product, the blend of the material it's made out of, it says 95% cotton, 5% spandex, with a hypoallergenic medical grade acrylic adhesive that is latex free and non-medicated. And yeah, skin tones, it says available in 4 skin tones. And so it says the rolls themselves are 16.5 feet in length. It can last for 1 to 3 months depending on activity level, chest size, how often you need to change your tape. Average use will typically last 2 months. It says Transtape is waterproof and sweat-proof, meaning it can be worn in the shower, the pool, and even in the ocean. So I think that would probably explain some of the stickiness people say that they experience, is if it's if it's if it's waterproof, I think the adhesive would be like a different type of adhesive, I think, to make it still stick. And they say that the rolls are not cut. You have to basically cut them yourself. They say it doesn't compress the body, lungs, or organs. Intended for multiple day use. It's safe to sleep in and does not restrict breathing. So that, I feel, is something that a lot of the people who use binders complain on, is like you can't really wear those all day. Like even with bras and sports bras, you can't really just be wearing those all day and all night. Like they're not really good for your rib cage and everything. So like even if you have ones that fit, you can't be wearing that so like all day like that and every single day. Like it can cause a lot of pain to people. So, you know, because naturally your body is not meant to be, like, naturally our bodies are trying to be compressed necessarily. It would be like if you wore, you know, cleats or sneakers all day, or like anything like that. Like your feet need to be like, you know, you need, I don't know, like your body just needs to breathe a little bit, to have a little space. And so this says do not wrap Transtape all the way around your torso. Only apply from the sternum to under the armpit. There's a free manual you can download. And then they have a warning about improper use. The repairing salve looks like it's $6.50. Comes in a jar size. A kind of looks like a stick, application stick, or another kind of tube. They have removal oil that comes in 3 different sizes for $5.99. So yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people saying online that they couldn't afford it, but I do think this is actually more affordable than what I thought. I mean, with shipping, and tax and everything. I don't know the exact price, but it's got to be a little over $20. But I mean, if it's gonna last about 3 months, that's like just a few times a year. It's like 4 times a year. $20 4 times a year. I mean, I spend more than that on gas. I spend more than that on, I haven't had coffee in a while, but I'm sure I spend more than that on fast food coffee, like anything. Like, I think people can get the money for it. It's not even like, I was expecting it to be like $100 or something. Like, I know it's not like super ultra cheap either. It's not free, but that's very reasonable. I mean, if you buy like 2 Subway sandwiches, that cost more, than this product. So, that's already $20 for 2 subs. And so, yeah. Or if you get Chipotle twice, that's gonna cost you more. Or maybe even once if you get the freaking guacamole. But, yeah, it's about as much as a fast food meal, or somewhere between a fast food meal and maybe like takeout. I think takeout costs more though. I feel like takeout nowadays costs more than $14.50. It's less than Uber Eats, less than one order of Uber Eats. I hardly pay less than $20 ever for Uber Eats. And so, I mean, I'm not trying to say that that it isn't, still a lot of money for some people, and especially if there's like younger populations of people purchasing, that is kind of a lot of money for someone who's maybe not working or doesn't have an income. That can be a lot of money. But for people who can afford fast food or a tank of gas or Uber Eats, I mean, that's just maybe one less trip, one less weekend hangout, one less Uber Eats delivery, cook a couple pre-made meals and you can afford it. So it's very affordable. Let's see. So we went through all of these. So we didn't talk about packing. So another thing Transtape can be used for is for packing. So what packing is, if people don't really know, there's a way to use either like type of a harness or a kind of a, I don't know what they call this. So basically, like what packing is anything from using an actual packer product that's like kind of like a prosthetic, I guess you would call it, like a penile prosthetic, or something along those lines to make it look like there's some kind of a package there. I mean, people don't even have to use an actual packer. They can just, I mean, the classic with people with a sock and things like that, like, I think that's kind of like, what was the movie I was watching? There's this movie called Tomboy. It's a French movie about a girl who, blonde hair, short haircut, young, and people kind of, like, when she moves to a new neighborhood, people don't really know that she's a girl, and she kind of dresses tomboyish and starts telling everybody that her name is Michael. And I mean, I'm kind of spoiling the movie, but there's a scene where I don't know if she's playing with Play-Doh or clay or something, because she's going to go swimming at the pool, but she's a young kid and doesn't have like a feminine figure necessarily, like no breasts, no hips, nothing like that. So just takes the Play-Doh or clay or whatever it is and makes it like a kind of sausage type of shape, and then has these swim trunks that are like kind of like Speedo style, like the brief types, and just puts it in her pants and or those swim trunks and just goes swimming like that. And I think, well, I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but basically people do all kinds of things, but so let me see, they have O-rings, so let me see, I'm trying to go through this. So people can use Transtape to pack, but they say, do you love packing but hate all the hardware that goes with it? And basically it's for people looking for a discreet method. And they can use this Transtape packing kit. It comes with 3 various sized O-rings, and instructions. It says Transtape is waterproof, sweat-proof, can last through multiple days of wear. They have a how-to video, and it says skip the strap/harness. And then it says Transtape can be used for packing penile prosthetics for those who enjoy it. So they have this, okay. They have the O-rings, which is what the penile prosthetic would go through. They have this explanation of how to make like a kind of like a pelvic region sized I don't know what that's called. It's a type of I can't tell if it's cardboard or what, or if people are using the packing tape or the Transtape and creating basically it's really hard to explain, like a triangular pelvic region shape, and then putting the O-ring through that and putting the penile prosthetic through that. It looks like they used the actual Transtape to create that look, so that it's got like testicles stay out the back of it, and then the penis part goes through the O-ring. So basically it looks like something you could put inside of underwear and would stay put, and then you could tape the whole thing to yourself, I guess. It comes with the packers too. So what a packer is basically a prosthetic penis. Alright, they do have a picture of a couple of them. Yeah, so one of the pictures has somebody having it on themselves, out lounging by a pool or something. And it's basically just a prosthetic penis. Like, it's not they have different skin tones of them. I see 2 different skin tones. One's like a Caucasian looking. Oh, one's like a lighter brown. And then one's like a darker brown. There's 4 colors. Okay. So there's 4 colors. The thing I would say, so the Packers are $25.25 each. I don't see sizes. They have colors, but not sizes. It looks like the white one is sold out. The whitest color one is sold out, but the other 3 aren't. And then, I guess, I don't know. I'd say, I don't know, feel-wise or weight-wise or use-wise, like if they're... I'm trying to find more details. Sorry. Is there like a view? Oh, there is a view details. Okay. So it looks like... I mean, the only thing I would say about it is that they're one singular color all the way through. Like the texture looks like it could be a realistic texture. The shape, size, everything looks like it could be realistic. I don't think they have multiple sizes. There's like one standard size. And then the colors, yeah, they have the 4 different colors, but within those colors, it's just one solid color, if that makes sense. So the dark brown one is all that one shade of dark brown. There's no, like, I don't know. Like, the head of the prosthetic penis is not a different color. I don't know if that matters to people or not. They have a sizing guide. This is not for the same product. Okay. So, yeah, they have one size. I don't know if it's functional, as in, like, so there's something that I learned called STP. I don't know if people can, like, urinate through this. I don't know if it has but it looks like people have, like, Speedos on, like, at the pool with wet Speedos, and through the Speedo it looks real. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It's got a realistic view to it. But I think, I don't know. Yeah, just that one thing I would say would be those 2 things. I would say the sizes, there's only one size. I don't know what the size is. I'm trying to find the information. If it says, I think to some people that might matter, but I don't really know. It says overall length is 5.5 inches. Shaft length is 4.2 inches. Widest width is 1.45 inches. And basically, yeah. So it says available in light beige, dark beige, brown, and dark brown. It says the realistic details include a defined head and ball sack with a flat side to rest against your body with a Transtape packing system or harness. So that Transtape packing system would be kind of what I was trying to describe, that kind of triangular shaped creation for the pelvic area to basically put an O-ring in it so people can put the packer in there. And It says the super soft nature of the bulge makes this packer comfortable to wear all day, and the pliable properties make packing this in your pants and finding the right shape frustration. Wait, sorry. I don't know if it's my reading or the pliable properties make packing this in your pants and finding the right shape frustration free and natural. This packer is light and comfortable for everyday packing. It says the body safe TPE for this packer is phthalate free and perfect for those with skin that is incompatible with latex. So they're really paying attention to latex, a lot of things that people would have an issue with. I don't see any reviews. Okay, so cool product. Let's see. So they have the basic packing kit that comes with a Transtape, a packer, and the O-rings of 3 different sizes. That's $42.25. They have them in all 4 colors, but I think, like they said, the light beige is sold out. I don't know how long it's been sold out for. Let me see. So that was the basic kit. There's a complete kit that comes with the O-ring, the Transtape, the repairing salve, the removal oil, and the packer. And it has that in the different colors. That's $49.97. I mean, it is pricey, but I was really expecting some price gouging here. I'm glad that they didn't, but I was expecting some price gouging, in all honesty. Because I heard people saying, like, it's really expensive, and I'm like, oh man, like, too bad that they made a product that's, like, overly priced for people who can't afford it, who need it or want it, but yeah, it does seem affordable. It seems at least people could save up, I think that's the most expensive product, is that whole kit. Yeah, the complete packing kit is like $50 pretty much. But I mean, you can definitely save that money. And some of the stuff you wouldn't really have to buy again. Like a packer, you probably wouldn't have to buy that very often. Like, you could have 1, maybe 2, I would say, but probably 1. It is a circumcised penis look. As well, so I don't know, they don't have another option of an uncircumcised one. And then, yeah, let me see. Yeah, so I'm thinking, the repairing salve and the removal oil, I mean, you wouldn't need all of that all the time. It probably wouldn't require daily use, and it probably would last multiple weeks, if not months, I would assume. The Transtape would also probably last multiple months. And the packer and the O-rings seem like they would be pretty likely that you would just keep them. Like the packer and the O-rings, you wouldn't probably need to keep replacing them too much. But I do think maybe if you were poolside a whole lot, or doing things where you took a lot of showers, or I don't know, I could see that there could be a lot of wear to things. But overall, I mean, for $50, I think that's a good price range. I don't know if it could get any cheaper and for the company to still be making a profit. So yeah, I think it seems like a cool product. I'm gonna post the link in this in the show notes. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. Like I'm pretty impressed by the product itself. Like, yeah, it's. I think that also because they have that payment plan, that's pretty cool too. I don't know if that applies for everybody or how much it is, but it sounds like there's a reduced price even from the price that's already listed. But if somebody's working, I think you could save the money. If you're young, without work, that would maybe be hard to come up with that kind of money. But it sounds like it lasts long. People use the tape for multiple days. Sometimes, like somebody was saying, 4 days on, 3 days off, and that seemed to be like okay. And so even if it is like disposable like that, if you're using it and it lasts 3 months or so, that's only really 4 times a year to purchase it. And then there is that subscription that does make it cheaper, but I don't know how much the actual subscription costs like outright. But there's probably a discount. Like so you get a discount using the subscription. But if you get deliveries every 2 weeks, I don't know how much you're getting. But if it is a discount and then you get every 2 weeks for 4 deliveries, that would be maybe your whole year's supply. So I would say do the math on that subscription and see if the every 2 weeks on a payment plan for 4 deliveries is actually cheaper than buying it 4 times a year, because you could stock up within 4 weeks and then have your whole year supply. I mean, that's one option. I'm not trying to like scam a company, but that's kind of how I think of things. When I look at discounts, I'm like, what's this discount, I would assume that the payment plan would maybe work in the favor of the company, but I don't know for sure. But usually payment plans do have some kind of fee or expense added on to them, so that, yeah, you pay more. You pay a little bit at a time, but overall the cost is going to be more than originally paying one time outright. But I don't know if it works with the subscription. If the subscription's technically 5% off, I don't know the percentage. If there's even a percentage difference with the plan, like with the subscription plan or the payment plan. So yeah, but look into it. I mean, you guys can look at there's a lot of videos on YouTube. I think they said that they have a Wednesday, what time was it? Wednesday 5 p.m. Let me get the actual time right, and then that'll be it for this video. But I woke up too early. I'm actually pretty tired. Wednesday, it says tune in live on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on our IG. It's at at trans_tape. And the links, so there's the website transtape.life. And they do have, I liked what I saw with this other thing too. They had like this giving, where was I reading that? And I think they have international purchasing options. I don't know how many. Okay, so they have giving back. Excuse me, I'm yawning. It says over 45,000 given back so far this year. They pledge a portion of their sales back to the community, supporting local artists, organizations. So they say, how do they give back? They say in sponsorship, $28,250. Product donations to organizations and schools, $9,750. Top surgery funds, $3,500. Organizational discounts and donations, $3,500. And giveaways and individual customer donations, $1,000. They did mention some of the giveaways too. And they have information about top surgery funds. You know, I mean, if our government wasn't so freaking prejudiced, you would think that, you know, this could be a funded type of service. Honestly, I mean, like, if there was a service like this that was a food bank for the homeless that was contributing to different areas in the community and had certain products that they were giving away that were like different types of like cutlery and bowls and dishes and, you know, be like, I don't know, like, I know it's not the same thing, but I'm just saying, like, if it was a program like that, you know, government funding could be available. I mean, but also getting the government involved sometimes is not the best idea, but also it's like there can be resources that can really help a lot of people. And so it's kind of hard to see that, like, yeah, this company's actually giving back a lot and they're making an affordable product that is helping people with their dysphoria. It's got a lot of realistic looking features to it. It's very well priced. I feel like this is very well priced. I've seen other stuff on like, you know, websites where they have like different types of, you know, sex toys and related types of things, and it seems like stuff usually costs more. So this is a very affordable rate, even though I know for certain groups of people it's still going to be expensive, but at least it wouldn't take like years to save $50. Like, you can save $50. You can save $15, you know, like, you can save that amount of money. It's a very doable amount of money to save, you know. And even if you got a job just to get one paycheck, it would probably cover your whole year's worth of stuff that you would buy. And so, even for people who can't really work a lot, you know, if you were able to work to get one paycheck, you know, usually one paycheck, even working at McDonald's, after you get that single paycheck, you know, if you had to quit your job or something just for a single paycheck to purchase it, I mean, you would definitely be able to make the money. It's you could do some eBay sales, just sell a couple things, you know, if you have like fitted caps or something, you know, those can run like $50-$60. You could sell one of those for half price. I don't know what else sells, like electronics, you know, like, but yeah, sell back a couple video games or something. Like you'll, you know, pawn a couple of things. You could get the money. Um, you know, downgrade some Bluetooth earbuds and sell those, you know, like to a pawn shop. You'd probably make $20 off of some. All right, well, I got cut off because I forgot to stop talking. But with that, just want to say thanks for listening. And yeah, good luck with your purchases.